setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Barrett. Bobby Portis out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Dotson in at the small forward position. New York, no good that time either. Brooklyn leading by 18. Barrett brings the double team. Dinwiddie finds Temple. Portis against Harris. The pass to Prince. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And a four-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But, Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
And that one falls for Prince. And both free throws good for Prince.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
Portis hits the outside fadeaway.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Inside, here's Temple. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 5 assists tonight.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Dotson. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. To the middle. Lays it up off the glass. And that's now 6 points for R.J. Barrett.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Pass to Temple. Here's Claxton. Back to Temple. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. The three. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nets.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And asserting themselves up front here, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two. They've got to feel good about getting the upper hand tonight against New York.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Now here is Harris. Shoots over Portis, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. And the Nets lead by 17. Out to the wing. Passes it to Barrett. Portis kicks to Barrett. Here's Dotson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince.
Checking in for the Nets, Reggie Bullock.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Releases. New York, no good that time either.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Yo, Che, get in here.
Levi?
Yeah. How's it going?
Good, man.
Take a seat. Get comfortable. Can I get you anything? Some water, coffee?
You know what? I'm pretty cool.
Okay, great. I don't know how much Zach filled you in on what's happening.
You know what? He really didn't say much. He just said somebody's gonna, come in and do the day-to-day stuff.
Yep, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Got you. Now what happened to Bailey, man? That was my guy.
Oh, he's around. He's around. I'm just gonna be around a little bit more.
Okay.
Hey, but don't worry. My job is to get you paid. And I am good at my job.
Word.
All right? Endorsements, commercials, whatever it is you need, I'm going to take care of it. We're going to have a great relationship. And I know it's not going to happen overnight, but I'm going to earn your trust.
All right, sounds good to me, man.
Cool. Listen, I know you're a busy guy and you got a big schedule, so it was good meeting you. And if there's anything you need, anything at all,
Okay.
I'm here.
Good meeting you, Levi.
All right, man.
All right.
See you soon.
All right, Levi. Be cool, bro.
What? What are you talking about? The fuck? Hold on. Stop. Hold on. We definitely gotta win our next game. Yeah, we definitely need team practice. hear me?
Yo, what's up, man? Great game.
Let's get going. We lost one game, not the end of the world. We just need to get back to work and clean up a few things. Let's get back at it. We're gonna get a lot of shots today. I'm looking to get our shooting percentages back up in the next game. Break down into your stations. Gonna get a lot of shots up today.
You got it. Come on, man. Set up!
There we go. Okay, let's move on to the next drill. let's move on.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Watch out!
Man, I can't even watch this. Keep it going. Again.
Move it. Move it! All right, here we go.
You got it. You got it. Hey, you got it. Ball, huh?
Get your mind right.
Hey, hit me up.
Let's hit up.
While in his hometown of Chicago for All-Star Weekend, NBA 2K20 cover athlete Anthony Davis helped unveil the latest 2K Foundations project. 2K Foundations, Xbox, and Ruffles teamed up to renovate the Lewis L. Valentine Boys and Girls Club with a refurbished court and a new game room for the Chicago community. We caught up with AD after the ceremony.
New York City, the destination for the Celtics. He has an upside that is still growing. Jason Tatum has his fans salivating for more. And he'll look to get his team going tonight as they await tip-off against the Knicks. Celtics, Knicks, coming up next on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everyone. On 2K Sports tonight, we've got the Boston Celtics going up against the Knicks in New York.
Well, it was the Knicks in their last game with a loss to Brooklyn. A crushing defeat in that one. Still with a sour taste in their mouths, they're looking to play much better.
Last season, safe to say, another rough one for the Knicks. But Kenny, the franchise seems to be slowly stabilizing.
They're finally out of those bad contracts. They have some work. They got some young talent. Things are looking up, but they got to look up faster because New York does not wait.
I don't know you've been looking because it's been a long time since the Knicks have been anything other than sad. But with the youth movement, maybe they can crack a smile. But right now, sad.
And now with the tip-off coming up shortly.
This is my sad face.
Time to send it to Kevin Harlan. Let me see your sad face. Those are good.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, the maturity and poise of a young Jason Tatum has often been talked about. Maybe that's because his parents prepared him for the NBA from an early age in St. Louis. They had pretend press conferences using a hairbrush as the microphone. As you can say, he's been groomed for this, and it's paying off. Guys?
Yeah, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. Then on Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Elfrid Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Harkless in at the 3. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
Now here's Hayward. Back to Walker. Hayward outside. Just 5 on the clock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hayward's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Celtics. Pass to Harkless. New York moving it around. Walker against Payton. Randall kicks to Harkless. Payton attacking. Shoots over Walker. Here's Randall. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Ooh, this is what makes Randall so special. His ferocity on the boards is admirable.
Walker with a clean look. And he overshot that one, missing.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Harkless the pass to Payton. He kicks to Barrett. Back to Payton. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Tice.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Walker. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's his first foul. And your last, what was it like ending your career where you started?
Well, I tell you what, that's the reason why I went back to Golden State was to retire there. I only played 9 games my last season, but I felt like it was full circle. It was completion. Being in front of those fans that gave me so much energy there at Oracle Arena, the ones that showed me so much love as a rookie. I mean, I couldn't even, my goatee didn't even connect then. I couldn't even grow hair on my face then. And to come back as an old man my last year, it was a blessing to see those same faces of people who support me.
By the way, that is a sweet goatee you're wearing tonight. I just want to tell you.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
Here's Walker. The Knicks making the shot. For the three. It's rebounded by Portis. Well, it was the Boston Celtics winning their last game against the Raptors.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Yeah, if you can be that much better on the glass, you're going to win the game.
Now, here's Walker. 17 points in his last outing. Outside, Smart. Back to Tatum. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by New York.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Payton the bounce pass. Portis kicks to Barrett. Portis trying to free himself. Here's Robinson. The slam dunk by Robinson.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
And Kevin, this is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. You gotta love it.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Payton dishes to Robinson. Knocked loose. Stolen by Walker. Oh, Tatum in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you see Tatum using that insane reach on the catch. I mean, he can go get it.
Back to Payton. The pass to Barrett. Now Portis. Over Tatum. Portis can't get it to go. Tatum against Payton, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Wow, I am more impressed by Tatum every time I watch him. That's a veteran's move.
He got it up, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Boston on top, up 1. And we'll be back right after this. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
He gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for him.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Sends a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Walker with room to shoot. Boston, no good that time either.
And they continue to control the glass.
Big man who was forgotten about during free agency, Randall could be an impact player for the Knicks.
The Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randall should give them great production for quite some time. Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then there's Murray. Then it's Barrett. That's the 5 for New York right now. And Boston has possession. The Knicks making the shot. Back to Walker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Walker's got 6.
What concentration from the wily guard. Walker getting the best of the defense that time.
New York leading by 9. At the elbow, it's Robinson. Over Tice. Rebound, Boston.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Hayward. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's 7 points for Gordon Hayward.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his pass.
Passes to Murray. Lets it go. And Tatum pulls it down.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pass to Barrett. Here's Murray. Outside Robinson. 6 to shoot. Shoots. New York, no good that time either. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics, trailing by 5.
But he hasn't been able to do much damage outside the three-point line. Just one triple for him in the game, and that was back in the first quarter.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Knicks lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. Defense wins games.
It certainly does, Elfrid. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an. Going with almost an entire new group here. Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Enes Kanter comes in for Tatum. Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you, you gotta love.
Right. On the floor for Boston. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Williams is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. Shot to stop the run, and yes, it's good.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
No question, GA. I mean, it takes skill and a certain level of fearlessness.
Got a piece of it.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
It'll go, and the Knick lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Enes Kanter. Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
A free throw off from Kanter. The Knicks leading by 5. 30 seconds left in the third. Here's Trier. He has 5. The dish now to Robinson. New York needs to get off a shot. And off target that time from Trier. Right side, Smart to the inside. Count it, and the foul. It's on Bobby Portis.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Celtics have been unsuccessful at the line so far, 0 of 3, and looking to make their first free throw of the game right now.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
On the free throw, no good. The second chance effort. The shot, no good. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. It's the Knicks up by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, tough break for him there. But they'd have a tough time coming back from this deficit no matter who's on the floor.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
For a player who won a national championship in college and has been outstanding since coming into the NBA, Walker may still rate as one of the game's more underappreciated players.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
With a chance to ice the game, he's got perfect focus at the line. Now, you could put this one in the books.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. Just 4 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Look, tough proposition here. They've got to knock down a 3, foul, hope for some misses, then make another 3. I would not hold out much hope.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Gordon Hayward.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
You know what I like about a new season, Horton? The game.
Definitely a lot more work. Is that windy outside? Any endorsements yet? Cinch endorsements. Yeah, come on. We got faith next game.
2K TV here with Anthony Davis. In your intro press conference to the Lakers, you said that you hopped right on 2K when you signed, where you got traded, and you threw a virtual lob from LeBron to yourself. I want to know, how many times do you think that happened in real life this season?
Oh, I just saw a stat the other day that like 130 or something like that, and it's more assists than he had to anybody in his career. So.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Our game tonight features the Chicago Bulls as they take the floor against the Knicks in New York.
For New York, this is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett is out there with Payton, and it's Harkless in at the small forward position. And it's Chicago to start out. Both teams making substitutions here. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Knicks trail by 7. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Well, Fizdale, part of those great teams in Miami as an assistant coach with Eric Spoelstra, coaches with a lot of fire and enthusiasm, is very involved emotionally in what his team does on a daily basis, and that's why a lot of these young players are gravitating towards his coaching style.
That free throw, no good. And New York hoped that Fizdale's likability would be a factor in free agency.
Yeah, I think it's going to help the Knicks as they move forward here. Try to find some stability with their coach. That way David Fizdale and his messaging can remain consistent with the type of players that they try to attract here to Gotham.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Gibson comes in for Robinson. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Barrett. Here's Gafford. Yep, that one goes.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Dotson in the corner. 1:49 left in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Pulls it up. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Satoransky looking around. Bean passes to Satoransky. Here's Gafford. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
First one at the line is good. And Coach Jim Boylen agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylen, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for the Bulls. Here's Dotson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. New York needs to get off a shot. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 9-point game.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Trier. Let's go. He can't get that one to fall. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Yeah, drawing fouls is tough, but the important part about that is when you get to the free throw line, you got to turn those into points, and it might have cost them in that last ball game, missing all those chippies.
Can they get it? Count that bucket. Lauri Markkanen getting it done for Chicago. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
On the attack, right from the tip. They've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Young out there with Valentine. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season we thought the Knicks' cornerstone player was Kristaps Porzingis. But the player and the team fell out of love with each other, and the Knicks traded him to Dallas. The draft picks and cap space freed them up for a wild summer, led by the drafting of rookie R.J. Barrett in the draft. Now New York has one of the more drastically revamped rosters in the league. Kevin, there's a lot to be excited about going forward in the Big Apple.
Big moves indeed, David. Thank you. And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That is his first foul of the game. Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. Markkanen comes in for Thaddeus Young. Group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Here's Satoransky. Here's Levine. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his fourth assist in this one. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Good.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
54 seconds left in the first half of the game. And the pass to Levine. Kicks to Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Pass to Levine. That's tipped. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Levine's got 8.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half. Here's Trier. Satoransky covering. Lets it fly from 18. Satoransky grabs the miss. Satoransky's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
One second left. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Elfrid Payton. Elfrid, what's the game plan defensively in the second half?
We got to continue to stay home on shooters. They hit a lot of threes. We cut.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Yo, listen up. Obviously, we're not playing great, but if we clean it up a little bit, we can get back on track. All right, sense of urgency. Every rebound, every loose ball, every cut to the basket, do it with purpose. All right? That includes you too, Che. All right, you're playing hard, but your energy's about here. It's got to be here. And all of you have got to do a better job of keeping your composure. All right, if a play breaks down, don't freelance. Run the second option, the third option. All right, we practice this stuff, so use it. Up the intensity, trust the system. You can still win this game, guys. All right, so bring it in. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Lauri Markkanen having it. So for the Bulls, Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen, and it's Valentine in for Otto Porter Jr. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision-making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their checkdowns.
Yes.
I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision-making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
They've got Taj Gibson. Barrett is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Ntilikina in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Kept alive by New York. 2 on the clock. No good that time.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
White the pass to Young. It's stolen by Barrett. Here's Ntilikina. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, that helps Ntilikina's confidence when he can score like that against very, very strong defense.
And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. Well, it's been an up-and-down start to his career, but we do know that Frank Ntilikina can play defense.
Interesting to see how it is he progresses in terms of his offensive game. Feels like the league is tending to lean more, Kevin. If you had a decision between a defensive player and an offensive player, it's going the offensive player's way. So Ntilikina is going to have to step up, show that he's improved his shooting range, and then get consistent minutes on the floor.
Shots good from Young.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Pass to Gibson. Down low, here's Portis. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. Several teams changing it up here. And here are the Bulls now. 13 points with... And the first of 3, missing that time. That's a tough one to miss, but 2 more chances. And a tough miss as the second of 3 shots at the line missing. 1 to go. And he finally knocks one down.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
Here's Ntilikina. Overdone. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about this group show? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.
You said to yourself, yeah.
That was great. See, I love having a pro on to give us the inside scoop on it.
Scoop it and ship it, Hank.
What you say?
Hey, Che, we still on for that one-on-one later?
What's up, Vin? Yeah, I'm down. What's up, Pat?
Good to see you.
Alright, that's gonna be it for me, guys. I'm about to go eat.